We continue our trip in Budapest, having escaped Vienna just before the results of the Storm Boris hit, and fortunately made it across the border into Hungary before the last train and before other border crossings were also closed. So here we go. This one may be going if you can get it to work. Luxury sightseeing tour of the 2-cycle Savannah. There we go. Great idea, actually. Come on, you can do it. Off you go. Here we are in Budapest, and this is our lovely place for the next week. Just arrived yesterday, but it's a lovely old building, unrestored. They do have an elevator. We're on the second floor, which would be the third floor in North America. This is the Parliament building in Budapest. Really impressive. As is their public transport system. And we've been told that for seniors over 65, the entire public transit system is free. So wherever we go, we'll be carrying our documentation with us in case we want to get onto one of the metros or the trams or the trolleys or the buses. Very interesting, moody sky. Before we get too deeply into this video, a few words of explanation. There are many, many places and things to do and see in Budapest, but the flood that was oncoming the entire time we were there on the Danube really took our attention. We kept revisiting it just like a tongue to a broken tooth. And we didn't video a whole lot of other things beyond what you will see here. It's all about the flood almost. But here are a bunch of stills that we took, and some of the different places that we went to. We actually feel that we missed out a lot on the pleasures of Budapest just because of what was going on here with the floods. So here we go with the rest of the video. Hope you enjoy. And we certainly did, and we'd love to go back at a different time so we could actually do some of the other things and visit some of the other places that look really, really good. Cheers. River cruise boats across the river on the Buda side. Here in Pest. And the hills there, very picturesque. So the river's so high, and it looks like they expect it to get higher because they're filling sandbags here down by the bridge. On the far side of the bridge are what I think maybe river boats that would not fit under the bridge with the river this high. Across the bridge is the funicular, a building under reconstruction. And other places I've yet to find out what they are. So strong here. Viking river cruise ship over there. I thought from the other side it wouldn't fit under a bridge, but one just did. Parliament building is just beautiful with this clouds in the background and lit nicely by the sun that's warming us. Can't imagine at home there being this number of tourists at the end of September. It's a beautiful day. Diana's referring to a monument we saw the other day, and I use Google Translate for the word, and what was the word?
Ham.
Ham, yes, ham. There's a tree caught here, and the river is flowing very quickly, and this is following the huge rainstorm across Central Europe. The power of the current is amazing. The size of that tree is quite something, and you can see all kinds of flotsam on the river as it floats downstream. This installation is for people who were shot into the river in 1944-45 by Arrow Cross militiamen, they call them. This cafe bar is closed. See the palms up on the upper deck. And here's the sandbag wall that's going up to protect it. You see the floating docks are all up above the level of the sidewalk at the moment, or the pathway. They were at least a meter down when we came by, when we first got here. That's how much the water's risen. So Diana, what do you remember from here?
Well, I remember the bridge for sure. Crossing it every day from the hills.
And what year was that?
1978.
1978.
The bridge was still here.
Yeah, well, good. It's not been taken away by floods yet. Yeah. Now, as we approach the Buda side of the Danube, you can see that the water on the shore is only a few centimeters below the land surface. Well, it looks like the river cruise boats can still make it under the bridge. Clouds are coming in. It's a beautiful sky, actually. While there looks like a small boat coming down the river. Here we have the Parliament building and the pesticide. Buildings are yet. One gets a sense that it's a warm day when the cooling spray has been turned on, but that's not why we're here. We are here to check out the slow motion train wreck that is the flooding of the Danube. Apparently, for us and hundreds of others, this is the most popular tourist attraction in Budapest at the moment. Now, the street is covered upstream of us, but there's a little bit of a rise just to the downstream side. Straight ahead is a pier and a floating dock that we were at last night, and I took a photograph with my phone stuck through the fence there, just to the downstream side, and it's pretty much gone. I was speaking yesterday with a young lady in the store where we were buying our wine,
And she said, "Oh, don't worry, it's like this every year." But from what I hear, it's not quite like this every year. Although perhaps there are floods of some smaller magnitude. Well, the submarine tram line is closed. The river is high. Over there you can see a tram stopped and is about to turn around. Sandbag wall is holding, although the river is backing up behind it. You just make out the curb over which the water is flowing. The road goes under there. Passable only by canoe at the moment, I guess. Here's our street. This is the drinks store. A beautiful bottle of wine, which I'm going to renew. And in this corner is the pizza place. And we're getting pizza because we just read that the Danube is going to crest at 8 meters in Budapest soon. So we don't know what's going to happen, and we're just going to get a nice big pizza to have in case we lose power or whatever. We thought we dodged Storm Boris, but his after effects are still coming after us. There are stairs that are covered here. Look to the lower entrance of wherever it is going to Parliament. And it's got, I don't know, 1.5 meters of sandbags. You're in for a wild ride. Well, while we're all walking here at the moment, it's unlikely we'll be able to walk by the weekend. It's possible that we'll be under 2 meters of water at this point on the weekend. We're supposed to leave here Saturday, so once again we're concerned about what's going to happen between now and then. All in a day's work. So it's Thursday, the day before the expected peak, and here's what the river looks like. There's barely any side of the road below now. Well, the construction on the left here makes people, has made up until yesterday, people walk around a whole block to get back to the other side, because the trams continued here down to the platform.
We still have to come back.
And trams now stop further upstream. So the pedestrians are taking this advantage, taking the advantage of this to walk down the tracks and avoid having to walk around a city block. Interesting over the other side. Don't know if it's a training exercise or practice or what, but they got ropes over the bridge.
Attached to pull something and they put water.
¿De mayores?
We are aboard the funicular going up the Buda Hill. Yeah. So just stepped off the funicular. And here is the view from the top. Action guard here and a formal guard here. And here we've been looking from the Pest side since we got here, seeing the work being done at this end. Well, this is the best all-around view we've had so far.
And that ends our time in Budapest. We had a really good time. Obviously, the authorities had things well in hand for floods, and the people were really nice. Food was great. If I hadn't got sick, we would have done a lot more. Next stop, Haarlem.